I'd like to call to order the April 4th, 2017 Planning Commission. Aaron, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Parker?
Present.
Commissioner Monette is absent. Commissioner Sweeney?
Present.
Commissioner Knudsen?
here.
Chair Kistner?
Here. Commissioner Monette will probably be here. She's having a little problem at home. The next item is a public forum. This is an opportunity for the public to address the Commission on items of interest to the public that are not listed on the agenda. Because of restrictions imposed by the Brown Act, the Commission may not engage in discussion nor take action on matters not described on this agenda. Please observe the time limit of 3 minutes. Is there any public comment? Public comment is closed. The next item is consent items. Members of the Commission or the public may ask that any item be considered individually for purposes of considering alternative action, for extended discussion, or for public comment. Unless this is done, one motion may be used to adopt all recommended actions. 4.1 is the approval of the regular minutes from the week of 3/21/17. 4.2 is PL 17010, 609 McCorkle Avenue. And I don't know if there's any more or not. I don't remember. That's it. Does anyone want to pull an item? Public comment? Close public comment. Do I hear a motion to approve the consent items?
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Yes.
Vice Chair Parker?
Yes.
Commissioner Knudsen?
Yes.
Chair Kistner?
Yes. Next item is public hearing, file number PL 17017. The location of the property is at 995 Vintage Avenue. The project description is applicant Matt Sia is requesting a use permit to operate a CrossFit-based fitness facility. It would serve as a community-oriented program with a focus on fitness, nutrition, and health style. Do we have a staff report?
We're not going to have a staff report this evening, Chair Kistner. This item is being continued to April 18th at the applicant's request in order for them to make some changes to the project description. However, it would be appropriate this time, in case anyone came, to open the public hearing and then close it if they would wish to speak on it.
Thank you. Is there any public hearing on this comment?
Hello, my name is Stephanie Iacobacci. I'm here on behalf of Health One Napa Valley, and I know that Mike with Santa Elena Fitness is here this evening. We were just curious on the growth of that business. We both represent 2 fitness clubs in town, and so all 3 of our facilities, which would be Matt Chia's proposed CrossFit facility, Santa Elena Fitness, and Health One Napa Valley are within like a 3-mile radius. So they're proposing as a class-based business. So we're just curious if it comes to evolve that he wants additional space in that 40,000 lot, and he wants to evolve into a fitness center. Does he have to get approved for that because he's expanding his business model, or that's just a concern of ours? The other thing is that the business name is very open-ended. So CrossFit gyms notoriously label themselves CrossFit because it's a well-known brand, and you have to pay an affiliation fee to be titled CrossFit because it is a brand. And so they're calling themselves Crush Fitness. And they are offering other classes, which we're totally okay with. We just didn't know if the open-ended, vague name is for future plans to develop into a membership-based fitness club, which, personally, we don't think that there's enough community members to have the space for 3 fitness clubs downtown St. Helena. And then there's also Meadowood, and then Auberge du Soleil also is now offering fitness classes to the community as well. So we're supportive of the CrossFit-based business, just have concerns about what it would evolve into in the future and how they would have to go about getting that approved.
I can address those questions. Any future expansion would require a use permit amendment to any approved use permit, and that would be publicly noticed at a public hearing, so anyone would be noticed for that. As far as the name is concerned, that's something for the applicant to address at the next meeting.
And so if they were to expand their hours, that also would have to get approved?
Potentially, yes.
Okay. Because I know that right now it's just going to be their class-based hours. Some CrossFit gyms like to have what they call open gym hours, so they'll be open for a few hours in the day for some of their club members to come use that. And so for us right now, it's at what point do they just decide to start adding like treadmills, ellipticals, cardio equipment for people to come use on their own recreationally? So we just we're hoping for some of those answers from
Yeah,
them.
we'll be sure to get clarification on
Awesome.
the hours and all that at the next meeting
Cool.
as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other public comment? Public comment is closed. I don't think we need to do anything with it then. New business is file number PL 17009. The location of the property is 1380 Main Street, number 101. The applicant is requesting a sign permit approval for new signage associated with Sportigo, which is located in the new Menigan building on the corner of Main Street and Adam. Staff report, please.
Yes, thank you, Chair Kistner. The applicant is requesting sign permit approval for new signage associated with Sportigo, which is located in the new Menigan building at the corner of Main and Adams. Proposed new signage includes an identification sign on the primary frontage of the building, the corner facing Main Street and Adams. The sign would be located with an existing architectural feature designed to house business signage. The sign would be 54 inches wide by 24 inches high and would consist of steel lettering that reads Sportigo in front of a silhouette of mountains created by copper. The applicant is also proposing 2 secondary projecting identification signs, which would be attached to the building at locations fronting Main and Adams Streets. These signs are identical. They're double-sided, made from wood, suspended by a metal arm, and affixed perpendicularly from the building's facade. These signs are approximately 22 inches wide by 12 inches high and painted with the image of a fish and the wording authorized dealer in Patagonia. Per city requirements, these signs would be required to be at least 7.5 feet above the sidewalk. Remaining proposed signage consists of incidental window signs. These are vinyl decals that run along the bottom of the 3 window sections fronting Main and Adams. The middle pane would contain the word Sportigo with a thin line silhouette of the mountains on each side. The left pane contains the words outdoors and lifestyle, and the right pane contains the words travel and adventure. The signage would not exceed 10 inches in height, and line thickness would be no greater than 1 inch. The final sign is a simple informational white vinyl door decal that would display their logo and hours of operation. In this case, the storefront is oriented towards the street corner with the entrance of the store and its primary identification sign facing the corner of Main Street and Adams. However, the building frontages are defined secondary, primary. The signs proposed are compliant and described in the staff report. A condition of an approval has been added requiring that the 2 projecting signs be located at least 7.5 feet above the ground surface at their lowest point. Staff feels these proposed signs are in conformance with the requirements of the municipal code and is in support of the application. Therefore, staff recommends that the Planning Commission determine that the signs are exempt from CEQA pursuant to Section 15311 and approve the request for a sign permit in order to place the new signage on the building located at 1380 Main Street. And I would be happy to answer any questions you may have at this time, and the applicant is here in case you have any questions of them.
Any questions? Staff? Would the applicant like to speak?
Only if you have any questions for us.
Does anyone have any questions of the applicant? I'll open public comment. Close public comment. David, would you like to start the discussion?
Looks great.
I agree. Glad to see it coming along, and we remember when you were finally approved to be in the space, so we're happy to see this coming full circle. Looks good.
Looks fine to me. I guess the only thing the comment that I'd like to make is I think we've got to start looking at the sign, because I think we're not following the signs in the rest of the town, and I think we need to either change it, or I think we've got to start looking at what people are doing that they shouldn't be doing.
Chairperson Kistner, could you expand on that to give us context?
Yeah, we've got some signs that we have some signs that are illegal downtown, and we don't seem to be able to get anybody out to do anything about it. We write letters and say take them down, but nobody pays any attention. Particularly some of the signs like this with the stuff sitting on the sidewalks. We've got some of the places, and I'm not even going to mention who.
Can we speak to that when it's not on the agenda, though?
Probably shouldn't under this
that's
item,
about
but
as far as we should go.
it's something we can address
Okay.
in the
Anyway,
future.
I would like to put that in a future agenda.
Noted.
To talk about. We can talk about it some other time, David. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
What are you moving?
The motion to approve the signage.
Thank you.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Vice Chair Parker,
Yes.
Commissioner Knudsen,
Yes.
Commissioner Sweeney,
Yes.
Chair Kistner.
Yes. I guess we got one, huh? You know what I must say? Department report?
Yeah, not too much to report. As far as the April 18th agenda is concerned, we will have obviously the continuation of the gym on Vintage. We're expecting to have design review for Behringer take replacements, and at some point, probably not the April 18th meeting, but likely a meeting in May. We will be bringing a zoning code text amendment before you to basically update the municipal code to reflect state law that has changed regarding accessory dwelling units. So those are some things on the horizon. And that's all I have.
And to that end, just as a reminder, I will need to recuse from Behringer, so just make sure we have a quorum if anyone knows they're not going to be present.
You just did the agenda forecast?
Yeah, I basically grouped them together.
I guess that's it.
That's it.
Meeting's adjourned. I go watch the Giants.